Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands episode 22, which originally streamed live on Twitch. I'm sort of curious if what other task Glitch is working on, because there is so many unsheared ones up here. Hug Wager, thank you for the resub. And drop a treat for you? My pleasure. Here you go, dude. Alright, I think it's built. I will test the top one. I'm going to test it on slow. Not that slow. So oxygen's going to the ox tank. Oh, there's already a problem I see. I don't know how these two got connect. No, that's not a problem. That's correct. Okay, let's... And then chlorine gets dumped to the waste tank. Yeah, this looks functional. And then chlorine's going out to space. Alright, let's turn both on. See if we can handle the volume. What's going on here? Why is this stopped? I don't know why this is stopped. Yeah, I think it's a pipe direction thing, but I don't really know why it just... Alright, I think what I'm going to try to do is to just extract the pipe contents. I don't know, I could give it a direction, I guess. It doesn't hurt to have me set up a gas bridge, but it's odd that it would just forget what direction I wanted it. I don't know, it seems strange. Alright, so you guys want me to automate the delivery. Got it. Okay, it's just as dumb as it was before. Yeah, no, it's just as dumb as it was before. I think that might be the problem. Yeah, there isn't a pipe section here. Okay, there it goes. It was just... Yeah. I don't know. Alright, now that that runs, let me turn this up and see if that's enough oxygen generation down below to satisfy the base. So now there's a bit of a buffer here so that the... pipe element sensors can't get overloaded and don't end up backing the system up. So here we have oxygen building up, and once it builds up to a capacity threshold, it turns off the system. So if I turn on the automation wires, you should see that this gas reservoir at some point throws red and turns off the system automatically, saying that basically, hey, I'm at capacity, I can't take anymore. Because there's only so much throughput in our one line here. But so far, it's actually not really hit capacity just yet. So, automatic delivery of rust and salt. Probably the best way to do this is to set up rust and salt bins here, and then have an auto sweeper pick up the rust and salt, and that will prevent the duplicates from having to actually physically enter the deoxidizer facilities. Has this sent reds? No, still green signal. I'm not quite at the 40% or 50% threshold. Also looks to me like I'm relatively low on salt, so that's another thing that I'm going to want to do. Maybe keep the desalinator on. Producing more salt for us. Because the, I could have the bottom system skip the suit docks pretty easily. I would just feed it like that down below. But because the suit docks are just about full, I don't think it's really a problem. Because we're producing, I'm guessing, a lot more oxygen, a lot more efficiently than we were before. So if I copy the settings here, so this will be the salt bin, and this will be the rust bin. And in order to, like, make sure that this is actually working, I think what I need to do is I need to get myself, like, a fair bit of rust and salt so that I can see the delivery process in real time. So there's salt over here. Let's see. What overlay is that? That would be consumable ore. Lights up white for salt. Seeing if there's any other easier salt for me to get to. That is... okay, there's barely any known salt. That's okay. I will get what I can get. Where's the other salt go? It's here. Okay. Going through an ethanol pool. Okay, then. Alright, so we're grabbing extra salt, extra rust, and we'll see how the system actually does the deliveries. The other thing I might want to do is... so for the shipping here, you have the conveyor loader, which loads up material into the conveyor belts, but then you also have the conveyor receptacle. So this unloads solid material from a conveyor into storage. There's not a lot of real estate to play with, because I wasn't really originally planning on doing it like this. So... there is a somewhat of a lower tech solution that I can think of. Just sort of brainstorming out loud here. So a really low-tech solution would be a weight plate. I would need to move some of these automation wires. And what I could do is I could drop the rust on one weight plate and then drop the salt on another weight plate. And if the weight plate doesn't have weight on it to deliver additional salt or additional rust, and if the weight plate has weight on it, it means that there is no more room for storage. And... yeah, I'll just do it like that. That works for me. So the first thing I need to do is to move these automation wires so that they're not physically blocking me. And then I'll try to set up a weight plate drop method, and we'll see if that works. So I'll only prototype the top here. Oh, and here's a really good example. This gas reservoir have now hit 50%, and as a result, it has thrown the red signal, and that red signal then propagates through the 2 AND gates to turn off the rust deoxidizer, so that, you know, there is no overflowing issues. Swanky. Perfect. Now the real question is, oh yes, the base is very blue, so no problem there either. Fantastic. All right, so let's see if that weight plate solution is going to even work. It's extraordinarily experimental. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off these here. And one of the beautiful things is I have oxygen still stored in tanks, so even with the deoxidizers off briefly, it doesn't really matter because I'm producing oxygen. So here's the weight plates. We'll go with... I'll have to delete that first. It doesn't really matter if these two atmospheres mix because they go through the same filtration and processing. So, not so much a problem. And then obviously the weight plates doesn't really work if our duplicants travel around in here, but the thing is, we're setting this up so it's a duplicant hand-free. Sorry, Cheese, I'm coming for you. Actually, the second weight plate should be here, I think. Because I need a spot to actually drop the material. So the way this works is we conveyor chute drop the material, the rust and the salt, in 2 different separate spots from these conveyors. So I'm going to need a few extra conveyors. It's gonna look pretty wild pretty quickly. But hey, you wanted it automated for hands off, and I oblige. I love it. So this here should connect like that, I think. A lot of rewiring. Yep, well, I've never seen this before either. I just sort of brainstormed a solution that I thought might work. I'm not copying anyone. 'Cause this is probably not a very good solution. But it will be one that I'm happy to do. So then these weight plates, I should probably signal invert. Yeah. Because the thing is, we want, if there's nothing here, we want them open, and if there's something there, we want them closed. Oh, yeah, so I could do green signal if below. Okay. Not above. So now, the chutes are open when there's not enough weight here. So I could just do if below 1 kilogram. Basically, if there's nothing here, if there's nothing sitting on the weight plate, open up the chute. And then over here, we have the rust and the salt. So for the conveyor loaders, I'll have 2 loaders, one for rust, one for salt. Is it going to be a problem that they're next to one another? Maybe. And then we'll have an auto sweeper. Yeah, let me physically separate them. I don't know if it's going to matter. But I'm physically separating... Well, no, it's not going to matter. And then these loaders are going to have 2 different separate conveyor lines. One for salt and one for rust. Where there's like a rust circuit and a salt circuit. So, let's set that up. This is going to get ugly. And for now, I think what I'll do is I will not, I'm not going to incorporate the one below until I work out the problems with the one above. But I will drop the rails down so that I could. Something like this. We'll have a bridge here. A bridge here. Bridge there, bridge there. And these rails create a loop, a supply loop. I have no idea if this is going to work. Well, we will see. Oh boy. Now I kind of feel like I'm playing Factorio or something like that. Oh, beautiful plastic. Yes. Feed my plastic addiction. You think it will work? I hope so. And then when it's built, I have to decide which weight plates are which. So this will be the salt weight plate, which means that this is the salt conveyor. And then this is the rust conveyor. But I'm going to disable this building for, or disable the auto sweeper for now. True, I could do with the salt sorter. But it really only saves me one conveyor. And you can think of the conveyor as a bit of a hopper. I guess there's really no problem turning the bottom one on, because I'm not incorporating this system at all. I'm really curious if this actually works. It's very, it's not very, how to put this gently? It's very simple. Oh man, my liquid water backed up all the way. Neat. Well, I guess I'm not desalinating right now. A project for another time. What I will do, speaking of projects, is open up the viewer suggested submitted ideas for next project, because this is somewhat coming to a close. I'm not quite done yet. I do want to get to a point where it is automated due to your request, but we're getting there. All right, come on, dupes. Finish this up. It's gonna tell me that I have insufficient oxygen generation, but that's just because it's all on pause. It had been on pause the whole day. I believe that's the last rail. Let me double check it visually. Oh god, that looks very confusing. But I think it's all correct. So let's turn on the auto sweeper and see if it works. And then I have spots for the other weight plates all set up here. So now with these built, for me to check if it works, let me lock these immediately. So that it's a true hands-off system. No. See, Viper, this is... Oh, I guess I do want you to sweep this up. So, no, you are correct. So this is now locked. We can't enter the room anymore, and we'll see if it's actually automated as soon as someone turns on this auto sweeper, which I'm gonna force. Whoa, we had dirty hands traveling through here? Where the hell were you, Kelvin? Alright, so we have the salt and the rust coming through. Oh, yes! I'm pretty sure it works. And then this auto sweeper has access to both the salt and the rust and can store it in the proper buckets and deliver to the rust oxidizer. And yeah, we're good on that front. I have fully automated delivery. A very hacked, a very low-tech solution of just dropping it on weight plates. So then let's hook up the other half to do the same thing and turn this on. I've used almost every cell here for stuff. Alright, so the weight plates are going to be copied down here. Boom, boom. Obviously, I'm going to need to open this up to allow for entry so that I can automate the bottom half. And let's sweep the granite too. Posture check. You got it, Dan. Oh, hold on. I didn't reroute the automation wires here, did I? Nope. Kind of important. So I'm going to keep... that's the wrong button. I'm going to keep everything off until I reroute the automation wires. I might even have to delete that automation wire so it stops doing weird things. Oh, it's doing real weird things. Guys! Do the thing! I don't even know what I'm doing here. There we go. I'm just... stop. I have no idea what damage I just did. So, I want... Let's go to the automation wire. I want, automation wire like this. Automation wire like this. Like that. And like that. That is correct. I just sort of panicked and deleted it all because it was doing some crazy stuff. And it still is doing some crazy stuff. So... I'm going to disable the conveyor chute, because right now what's happening is the automation wire for the conveyor chutes aren't set up, so the conveyor chute's just like forced open and delivering way more salt than I want here. So I'm going to force it closed manually and then automate it later. There we go. I probably don't need to, like, emergency sweep. Wow, I don't have a lot of extra. Blueprint. Spicy tofu. That sounds good. That sounds real good. All right, as I finish this project up, what is the next project? Filter the... set up the desalinator to filter back to storage. Upgrade power. Add a recreation room. Explore. Set up steam power. Process water into hydrogen. Add a bathroom. And change the farms to be less reliant upon dirt. I just sort of summarized the concepts too. It wasn't like verbatim one for one. All right, dupes. Finish this up, please. And I'll put a 5-minute timer on that. I don't know if finishing this up is actually going to take 5 minutes, but... Okay, I believe that this is all set up to be re-enabled. Make automation look better? Nope, if it works, I leave it. Alright, I think this is good to go again. And then this can become locked. And here's what's happening is, like, this rust storage is continually requesting. It's probably very power impractical, but whatever. This rust storage is continually requesting more rust to fill up the box. So you can actually see it working in real time. It's kind of a power-intensive process, but it's a functional one. Lovely. And then we can actually see the, here, I could do max kilogram 20k here. So this is sort of the surplus resources that I have available to me, besides the conveyor loaders, to get a good concept of, like, how I'm doing for rust and salt, even though I can see it over here. So, sweet. That looks real good. And it's still working. I mean, it's dumping all of the oxygen here to the lower bedroom. But that, honestly, I think is a result of the directionality of some of the plumbing. So, let me go ahead and delete this while you finish up your voting. You know what? I don't really need to delete it. I just need to delete the lower half. So that there's no errors. There we go. Now the oxygen is going up. I think it thought that, like, I don't. It doesn't really matter. Right, so this is all sort of retired for now. How's my water doing? We have a lot of water that needs to go through filtration, and all of it is pure. So let's go for that, and then let's top off our aquifer tank. Cool. Oh, Orange Cast, I just read that about the limits, and I was like, yep. I got you. Hey, I found more salt, too. Oh, I didn't even really tap into this salt, did I? So let's get that salt. I dug all the way to it, but I didn't even touch it. And then there's salt down here, too. There's not that much of a reason to be down here, though, because, like, this ruin is the suck. But I could crack into this ruin pretty easily just going the other way. And what about the other salt that I was digging to? That was, where was that? Was that here? I think it was there. Yeah, I've never built a system like this, so it's interesting to see it actually working. Let me check my colony summary productions for... well, I guess it will be more applicable tomorrow once I'm done, to see that I am indeed producing enough oxygen. Oh, look at this carbon pool. I knew that it was going to pool here, but oof. It really is pooling. Can I make salt from chlorine gas? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I have a little bit more plastic to play with. I honestly don't really need plastic to go any higher than maybe this point here, because I'm not... most of the time that we spend in the base is around this section. And upgrade power and add a bathroom tied, so we'll have a bit of a tiebreaker. Here's a 2.5 minute tiebreaker. See what you guys think is most deserving. Gotta say, it is real nice to have completely topped up exosuits. Let's also get back to research. I will start to go for monuments. No, I'll do rocketry prereq. That will work. Breathability of the base looks to be pretty awesome. I know that I have this little pocket here, but apart from that little pocket, everything's pretty good. If I wanted to fix that pocket, it would be pretty... well, it'd be a little labor intensive because I would need to sort of filter all this space here and then have this wall drop all the way down and over, and that would sort of fix the pocket. I also have a little bit of pocket of chlorine there, don't I? Yeah. Just gradually, over time, chlorine sort of settled out, and, I think I'm gonna have a little side project here for a second, where I will aim to fix my chlorine pool problem. Because I believe what's happening right now is the chlorine is sort of filling up the space of where the carbon skimmer would work, preventing the carbon skimmer from skimming. Which is easy to fix. Oh, I didn't finish, did I? No. I did. What's going on here? Why is this iron sitting here? Why hasn't, why hasn't the sweeper swept it? Oh, there it goes. We may never know. Alright, upgrade power wins. Upgrade power. So, I'm going to take this a little bit differently. If I recall correctly, there was a natural gas geyser somewhere over here. Let me hunt for it. I think I don't want to be beholden to coal power because it's not, well, unless you have a bunch of hatches eating mafic or something, it's not exactly a renewable resource. So I would very much like to tap into the natural gas. No, that's polluted water. But I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was down below. Right? You guys remember that I had found a natural gas geyser. I thought I did. Maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me it wasn't here. Carbon dioxide. Salt water. Was it the... I vaguely remember being over in the east-northeast, and it was barely visible. I had just seen it. Over in this area. Oh yeah, here it is. Yep, there it is. Natural gas. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, I want to make use of that natural gas geyser. 100% indefinitely. So... first thing I want to do is to dig to it. Easy. I'm also going to speed up the... oh. No, can't really do that. I want to speed up how fast we can get there. So that's... yeah, it's right here. Cool. This will drop some stuff into the water below. But I don't... you know, none of it's really important. Alright, now that it has been a cycle or two, how's my oxygen? Yeah, it's like all-time high. Awesome. Can't I just dump this ethanol into the tank down below? Yeah, I could. I guess. And that would definitely speed up movement speed a bit. Let me check on the... yeah, you guys are cramped. I sure have a lot of them. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I think some of it is just the eggs are a problem. I'm not that interested in actually having the incubators on, so I'm going to like turn them on a token amount. But it's mostly so that I can move out these glossy eggs and have these guys be a little bit happier. I like how the ethanol's, I refuse to move. Got it. Sometimes it'd be like that. Sure. Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice decor for a fair bit of the base as we travel around. I mean, it does obviously get ugly. But it could be worse. Alright, that will be a little bit of a liquid lock checkpoint, knowing that the natural gas is probably going to boil off water, so it's going to be likely a temporary one. Man, this carbon dioxide doesn't want to move, does it? see if I can't encourage it to nudge by raising up the... or lowering the floor. One tile. I could use oil? Yeah, I guess I could use oil. It's not a terrible idea. I don't know what Cheese is doing. He's not stuck. He's just standing there. Oh, look who we have here. Squeaky. So, if we're trying to feed it crude oil, that does mean that I'm going to need to mop some stuff up, which is a bit of work. Not gonna lie. Kind of less than ideal, but happy to do it. That way it won't boil off. And let's get out there. Looks to be a frozen biome. Oh, well, I guess this might just be a continuation. Well, no, this is chlorine, but this is frozen. I don't know. Seems to be different. Oh, right. The chlorine problem that we're having. Let's fix that too. Juggling a whole lot of projects. How's our morale? Cheese is ready for another skill. I'm going to give the art to Viper. Because Cheese is a... Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Cheese is a constructor. And miner, digger. So there's a lot of art to sculpt now for Viper. And for priorities, we should actually have him just do it. It's kind of a one-time thing, right? You just sculpt and you're done, but... we'll get him to make this all sorts of fanciful. Do we give him a new hat, though? Yeah, I will. He deserves it. So, what was his highest? It was art fundamentals? Oh, no, that's not you. Masterworks. What about stored oil? Could I use it? I suppose I could, but it would be hard to dole it out of this liquid reservoir. I mean, it's entirely possible, but this stored oil would be probably better used as coolant because it's cold and ready to go through the steel processing. Whereas the oil that's going to be stored here is going to be ruined temperature-wise very, very quickly because of the natural gas. Good idea, though. So we've mopped up some, but not enough. Because I want the fossils anyway, I could just, yeah, I could just dig out this way and try to mop it up afterwards. And there's some new research for the space scanner and the telescope. And we're pushing towards introductory rocketry, which is as far as you can go without space exploration under your belt. And then we'll start to fill in the other stuff as well. So that gives us the telescope, which goes into space once you have steel, bunker tiles, etc. And then the space scanner, which detects meteor strikes so that you can protect your space-aged equipment. Not bad. Hey, a free bed. So K-cows are looking good. One thing that is not so good is the fertilization of my mealwood. Obviously, the dirt that we've been relying upon for so long is finite, extraordinarily finite. So let me go to the cultivatable soil overlay and see what I can do. I can just keep pushing back the clock. Oh man, there's almost no soil anywhere. So we have officially mopped up or moved 0 of the oil so far. Good job, everyone. It's moppable though, so we're making progress. Another way to have gotten oil, it would be for me to empty the pipes. So if we take a look here, there's a lot of oil in these pipes, and no, actually most of this oil is pretty cool. It's cooled down considerably, except for right at the end here. So again, that's probably better used as coolant. And my oxygen lines are... the pipes themselves are almost completely full. Which is exactly what you want to see. It means that you have an overabundance of oxygen. So suffocation, not an immediate threat. 5 granite, really? Really? Jeez. Grabbing 5 granite. Is that because my storage is full? Nope. It's because you are literally just grabbing 5 granite. I'm sure it's my fault somehow, but... oh, what's this? Chlorine. Oh, I think I knew that. If that's not the same chlorine I found before, then I just got double trolled. This chlorine is not something I want on this biome. Hey, Chan. So, did we get... I don't know what everyone's working on. I have a bunch of duplicates, and I have no idea what they're working on, but it's surely not what I'm telling them to do. So, alright, let's 9 this. Make some progress on the power. Oh my lord, you keep grabbing... nah, that's 31 kilograms of it. Most inefficient hauler in the history of hauling. Yeah, there's not a lot of polluted dirt or dirt that's going to be processed, that's going to be added from, you know, natural processes. Give you better hauling skill? Actually, you have pretty good hauling skill. I don't know why you're grabbing such small quantities, but I think you're capable of holding a lot more than what you're holding. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 10th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, keeping in mind that this is a casual series, and I am quite rusty at it. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has the link to Discord, as does the description of this video. I hope to catch you in the next episode or in an upcoming stream. Farewell.